Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Fishing with Fidel. This is my very first episode. I've been encouraged by a lot of people who know me because I like fishing to go ahead and do a YouTube channel, so I'm going to do that. At the end of this video, click that like button if you choose, and subscribe. This is the beginning of the fishing year. Beginning of the year. And one thing for anyone who is not familiar with fishing is that it does require you to have a license. Yes, it requires you to have a license. So you can go on a website or Walmart to get a fishing license. It's easier to do it online. There is a website by the Department of Natural Resources, DNR, where you can get a fishing license, and I believe it's dnr.compass.com. Just Google it, and you'll be able to access getting a fishing license. Second point you consider is that in getting a fishing license, there are pretty much two types of fishing licenses. One is for a non-tidal, and one is for tidal fishing. Lakes, ponds, streams, things of that nature are typically non-tidal, and it's roughly $20 for a fishing license. For an additional $5, you can get a trout stamp, and a trout stamp is what will allow you to fish for trout in trout season. Anything related to the bay, ocean, that's considered tidal fishing, because that water is affected by the tides, the moon, the gravitational pull of the moon, keeping it in layman's terms. So anything that requires, you're going to be doing that kind of fishing, you're going to need to get a tidal fishing license. I'm not familiar with how much that is off the top of my head, but again, all of that information is available on the Compass website. So make sure that you do get a fishing license if you're going to fish. It is important to do so that you can avoid getting fined by the DNR police. Those fines can be very hefty, in the hundreds of dollars. You can be summoned to court. And so it's important to make sure that you have a fishing license when and if you desire to do some fishing. This time of year, the weather is cold. A lot of fish have typically moved into deeper water. This is also, happily enough, trout season. The Department of Natural Resources has a program where trout are grown in farms. And at this time of the year, they are stocked throughout the different bodies of water across Maryland. Again, there is a listing of the bodies of water that are stocked with trout. You can actually sign up and have an email emailed to you where these trout are stocked, and it's pretty good. It's pretty neat. Trout fishing has, as the website will explain, they have a what's the word I'm looking for? For Maryland bodies of water for trout fishing, there are only a certain number that you are allowed to keep per day. Some bodies of water you can keep 5 trout a day. Some places are only 2. Some places are only catch and release. So make sure that when you are fishing in whatever area or body of water that you are fishing in, check out the website just to make sure that the area that you're fishing in, that you're abiding by those rules, because again, the fines are hefty and they're not worth it. Trout fishing is a sport that requires a lot of patience. Fishing in general, depending upon what type of fishing you're doing, requires patience. Trout fishing is no exception, and the weather is cold, so make sure that you are dressed properly. And you should enjoy yourself. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some fishing at Centennial Lake. They have stocked, I believe, close to 850 to 900 trout. So I'm going to take, this will be my first time fishing this year for trout. And I'm going to be getting my gear ready. And so I'm going to take a pause, and when the video resumes, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm doing, what kind of bait I'll be using, and we'll take it from there. See you in a little bit.
The White Howard, cause I'm waiting for the
We back. We back.
With OT, I just flew in from the east on that body smurder. Just caught a body last week since they wouldn't let me drink. When I get up post release, I'ma buy so many bottles they gon' think I'm big niche. When I catch that bird, I'ma put it to a beat. No, I'ma put it to her brows. Now they really on fleek. See, I grew up in the jets, had to fight for my respect. Elevator wasn't working, so we took the steps. I went years without no sex, so you know that wet. And you ain't a real hustler if you can't bust a check.
Back from commercial break. Now let's see here. This is the finished product. Simply got a weight, and this weight is a 3/4 ounce Dipsy swivel sinker. So for trout fishing, being with the type of bait that I'm going to be using, I'm going to make sure, well, you have to have a sinker, something that's going to bring your bait down to the bottom. And beneath that, I have my treble hooks. Now I have 3 individual hooks. The more the better. Gives the fish more variety and options to see, instead of if I just had just one hook in the water. So for each line, I've got 3 potential meals for the trout. Now, this is really simple to do, friends. Really simple. The bait that I'm going to use is called power bait. Not sure if you can see this clearly, but this is power bait, and this one is rainbow colored, as you can tell. Extra scent with glitter. This smells like has like a garlicky scent to it. The fish loves it. My wife almost gagged, but she'll be okay. She'll be okay. The fish are attracted to garlic for whatever reason, and this bait I have used for trout fishing for years. It's very effective, and this bait is like it's like Play-Doh. So if you can see it, and you basically just take some out your hand and form it into a ball between your fingers, and you then just place it directly on your hook, like so. That's it. Cast it out to the distance that you think your trout are at, and just sit and wait. But this is all you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, if you were ever interested in trout fishing. Hopefully I'll have some success tomorrow, and there will be a video forthcoming if indeed I am. The place that I'm going to be fishing tomorrow is Centennial Lake. It's off of 108 in Columbia, Maryland, if any of you all are familiar. It's in Columbia, and the limit there is, I believe, 5. So hopefully I can have 5 trout to bring home or to give away. And that's what I'm shooting for. Thanks for tuning in. This is the very first episode of Fishing with Fidel. Click that like button and subscribe. Thanks again, and see you in the next round. Bye.